Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got some really fun stuff to do because we're going to be checking another song from JENNIE, and it is called Like JENNIE. I noticed that girls from Blackpink really do like to make self-named songs, so they do love to use their names quite a lot. It is kind of an ongoing theme, but I am so excited for the whole Ruby project so freaking much because I feel like JENNIE really decided to do music about girlies, for girlies, basically girl anthems. Starting with Mantra and then continuing to the song with Doechii. I feel like girls are getting celebrated with JENNIE's art and I am always up for that. So let's go. I saw this little intro. I like when you have a static idea in music video that is simple. It doesn't need like tons of CGI and stuff like that around it, right? But it has such a cool effect. Zoop.
Come on, it's gonna be fucking hard.
Come on, it's gonna be fucking hard. Just the way she said it, it's just already so stylized.
Come on, it's gonna be fucking hard.
Special edition and your AI couldn't copy. I'm leaving clues in the fitting room and it's hot tea. No, I'm not thinking about no exes, no, they miss me. I got the whole room spinning like it's tipsy.
Ooh, okay. I know that we're gonna go to chorus from here. Let's just talk about this a little bit. She's got a little poutiness in it. But kind of supported with quite a lot of power and sound projection. But with a little bit of a poutiness and a tiny bit of a fry here and there. Listen.
Special edition and your AI couldn't copy.
Special edition. So it's not special edition. Special edition AI cannot copy. A tiny little bit of a poutiness. So instead of you cannot copy. You cannot copy. A tiny bit of a difference.
I'm leaving clues in the fitting room and it's hot tea. No, I'm not thinking about no exes, no, they miss me. I got the
Miss me. Through the fry up like miss me. A little bit of a hiccup at the end.
whole room spinning like it's tipsy. Don't bars, take it to the chorus. Ooh, wanna rock with JENNIE. Keep your head down, nails done like JENNIE. I was gonna obsessed like JENNIE. Like JENNIE.
Oh my god, that is so catchy. All right, let's go from here. I'm gonna try not to interrupt this. I am always such a big fan of a chant. It's so powerful and it needs to be used well. But JENNIE has been proving that in Mantra and in the song with Doechii as well, that like that power of the chant and people remembering that and people wanting to be part of it on concerts, super powerful. But also like at home, listening to the first time, you immediately get the vibe of it.
I got the whole room spinning like it's tipsy. Don't bars, take it to the chorus. Ooh, wanna rock with JENNIE. Keep your head down, nails done like JENNIE. I was gonna obsessed like JENNIE. Like JENNIE. I think I really like JENNIE. Haters that don't really like JENNIE. Cause they can never ever be JENNIE. But have you ever met JENNIE? It's JENNIE. But have you ever met?
Girl, I love this. Oh my god, this is so down my alley. I know I need to talk about it, but okay, oh my god, the choreo is amazing too. Oh, she did a rap in Korean. I love that. She's doing a lot of hiccups. Listen how her attitude changed when she switched to Korean. It's much more sound projection. It's much more cleaner. There is much more edge in it. Little hiccups. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
But have you ever met on my jaw? Don't want to suck shit. Posing 한 번에 만들어 mosh pit. They can't deal with me cause I'm priceless. You're a 샐러드 속에 내 DNA.
Ooh, that lean into S. Asa. She really leaned into that strong S to not lose the tension.
한 번에 만들어 mosh pit. They can't deal with me cause I'm priceless. You're a 샐러드 속에 내 DNA. Yeah.
Strong consonants. That's how she's making it just so spitting and strong. She's really leaning into those consonants, making them kind of like the points of tension for the entire rap.
They can't deal with me cause I'm priceless. You're a 샐러드 속에 내 DNA. Yeah.
Said the sing and the T and day.
바비가 트럭키가 되기 전에 Namestream blame tryna bust my bubble. 터뜨려봐 그럼 너 그 노래에서만 나는 거야 제니. Keep shading 예술 작품에 paid away frame it. I've slayed it and I grade it. Yes I'm guilty 잘 남겨주니. Wanna rock with Jennie. Keep your head.
Oh my god, I haven't been this obsessed with sound and combined with choreo for a very long time. I loved that we went up with the tempo. So
On my jaw don't want to suck shit.
I know that it's still very intense, but the Korean part is a little bit of a slow down. And then we kind of doubled the speed.
They can't deal with me cause I'm priceless. You're a 샐러드 속에 내 DNA. Yeah. Out of my way. 바비가 트럭키가 되기 전에 Namestream blame tryna bust my bubble. 터뜨려봐 그럼 너
Also love that they left her breathing there. Those little hiccupy breaths. It's just adding to the tension so much.
그 노래에서만 나는 거야 제니. Keep shading.
Here, dun 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 dun. They went up with the tempo just to build up the atmosphere. It was so good.
Namestream blame tryna bust my bubble. 터뜨려봐 그럼 너 그 노래에서만 나는 거야 제니. Keep shading 예술 작품에 paid away frame it. I've slayed it and I grade it. Yes I'm guilty 잘 남겨주니. Wanna rock with Jennie. Keep your head down, nails done like Jennie. Ask God I'm obsessed like Jennie. Like.
I'm obsessed with this.
터뜨려봐 그럼 너 그 노래에서만 나는 거야 제니. Keep shading 예술 작품에 paid away frame it. I've slayed it and I
She started to mix a little bit of her Jennie, so instead of going like really straight supported tones that are clean along the whole side, along their whole kind of length, she is going for a little bit of an aspiration at the end. At the very end of it.
keep shading 예술 작품에 paid away frame it. I've slayed it and I grade it. Yes I'm guilty 잘 남겨주니.
That with that movement, oh my god, there's so many sounds coming into the final picture of that. Just
Yeah, I've slayed it and I grade it. Yes I'm guilty 잘 남겨주니. Wanna rock with Jennie. Keep your head down, nails done like Jennie. Ask God I'm obsessed like Jennie. Like. I think I really like Jennie. Haters they don't really like Jennie. Cause they can never ever be Jennie. But have you ever met Jennie?
oh, I love that question answer is always Jennie, but the questions and the intonation on each of them is always different if you listen.
Wanna rock with Jennie. Keep your head down, nails done like Jennie. Ask God I'm obsessed like Jennie.
This is the same da 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 da. So you have that descending kind of motion to that answer on that Jennie, but then she changed it up. That's why it's such a contrast.
Like.
And here's the change.
Really like Jennie.
I think I really like.
Haters they don't really like Jennie.
Haters they don't really like. So she's completely changing the intonation, and she's not copying one sentence of another.
Cause they can never ever be Jennie.
Because they can never ever be. Again, be like a god.
Have you ever met Jennie? It's Jennie. Like Jennie. Rock with Jennie. Keep your head down, nails done like Jennie. Ask God I'm obsessed like.
Ooh. So much for the lazy dancer. So much for the lazy dancer. How about that?
Like Jennie. Ask God I'm obsessed like. But have you ever met Jennie?
There's so much androgyny in this choreo as well. If you look at this just still right here, This part reminds me so much of Timon's dancing. If you know, you know. He's super androgynous in his dance choreographies and in his visuals. I actually love this about Jennie. I think there is a certain... She's very, very, very cutesy and very girly, of course. But there is a certain vibe androgyny that she's bringing into her art. And it already was in the song with Doechii that I noticed that. And here it's just so freaking obvious. She's almost like playing both roles. Like almost, I don't need anyone to play any other role for me. I can play every single role for myself in my life and in my music as well. Like this part specifically is so time encoded. I love it.
But have you ever met Jennie? But have you ever met Jennie, Jennie, Jennie? It's Jennie, 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 Jennie.
Oh, and the capybara. She's not a phoenix. She's just, you know, reincarnated capybara. I absolutely adore when there's a good composition of the sound, not just the main voice, but like all the ad-libs, every kind of little mixed sound in the background is just coming together into like this really intricate mosaic of sound. And she's been doing that quite a lot. Like you can see it on Extra, and you can see it on like Jennie here too. You could see it on Mantra as well. Like you can tell when the producer or the artist, it depends if they're working together or if it's a separate work, you can tell if the mix is done with the care down to complete detail, or it's just a voice slapped over like really prominent and fun beats, and that's kind of it, and it's just mixed together, kind of intertwined, and that's it. But her music, I have to say that like you can tell it's reminding me very much of Billie Eilish. If you've heard Billie Eilish, it's a completely different genre, okay, don't get me wrong. But if you've ever heard Billie Eilish with her brother talking about how they produce their music and how much they play with the tiniest sound, I remember how they talked about like sound of, I think, like a knife sliding that they were like putting into the sound just to make it sound a certain way, you know? That kind of like attention to detail I hear in Jennie's music when it comes to all the tiny little intricate sounds mixing into that final effect. It's so good and so satisfying. So please go and watch the original video without my commentary as well to support Jennie. Check that whole thing out. It's very fantastic. It has beautiful effects, so go watch that. And if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe right here. Here is the video that YouTube actually recommends for you, and here are the rest of my K-pop reactions. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.